Hi, welcome back to my sewing room. I'm excited to put out a full-length video. There's been a lot of shorts. I hope you guys have been watching them, but there hasn't been full-length content, so I'm happy to get this out. It's been a lot going on. I think I had to kind of step away from the full-length content to fall back in love with sewing itself again, and not so much as the content creation part of it. So I'm very excited with my sewing again. If you check out my shorts, I think you'll be able to tell. Um, some updates. So I've opened up memberships on my channel, and I want you guys to check those out and let me know what you think. If the pricing's too high or the levels, or if I should add something or take something away, just let me know what you think. I kind of just wanted to be able to connect more one-on-one with the people that are here that are really supportive of me. And so I do know the top two tiers consist of one-on-ones with me, whether that's like via FaceTime or Zoom or however you choose to virtually meet. If you're close to me, it could be an in-person meet, whatever, and we can discuss my sewing projects or your sewing projects or whatever you want to. I'm really loving the connections I am making here on YouTube and how supportive you all are. You can also support the channel by super thanks or buying me a virtual coffee or Ko-fi or whatever. I'm over there too. Everything will be linked. And I'm saying that because if you've been following my shorts, you know Serena and I just went to the symphony a few weeks ago and we made our gowns. Her gown was breathtaking. I will link the video, but I bought the most expensive sewing pattern I had ever purchased, the most expensive fabric I had ever purchased, and was so excited to make this dress. We got all of that weather and the fabric did not come on time. So I ended up with Plan B. So the playlist for the shorts for this dress is called the Plan B dress because I ended up using a vintage reproduction pattern from Simplicity and some brocade from Joann, and I absolutely love the way the dress came out. Even though it was my plan B, I still loved it and we had a great time. So check out some of the shorts from the trip. I also made a dress for tea, and we just had a really, really good time. So Galentine's Day coming up, we're going to be meeting up again. And I posted a short showing you guys the fabrics that I picked up from Joann and some thoughts that I'm having for the dress, and I don't know what I want to do. Go check those out. Let me know what you think for the dress because I've made a decision when it comes to the jacket situation. So I'm not making a jacket. Today we're actually going to make a cape. So I found this in my stash and see her right here. Yep, we're going to make that cape. So whatever dress that I do make is going to go under this cape. So we're going to be making the cape out of this beautiful brocade that I picked up from Joann. There's also a short of me doing that. And then we're going to line it in the red satin that the dress is going to be made out of. I just love these two fabrics together, and I think it's going to be really, really cool for Galentine's Day. We're going to a creator collective, and who knows what else. So I'll probably be making several more dresses to go for that trip, and it is coming up very shortly. We got about 2 weeks. So this is what we're doing today, is we're making the cape. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So I hope to get this out soon. I hope this is something we can get done in a day. I'm thinking that it is. It says easy on here. I don't know why I don't want to make this dress. I think it's mainly the sleeve. I've kind of realized that I am not the biggest fan of the all-in-one sleeve. So don't know about the dress, but we're gonna make the cape. So let's get started. I love these fabrics so much. The brocade I am absolutely obsessed with, and the red is a color I've only embraced recently. The red dress that I'm wearing in this video is from last year, and I think it was like maybe the second red dress I had ever bought in my life. But I'm starting to embrace color a lot more, as well as prints, and I'm learning what I like and what I love, what I don't like, and all of those things. And so I am really excited to be wearing such a bold and bright color. I don't know what is going under this cape yet. I do know that I wanted to make a jacket, but I've struggled with like the collars, and one of the dresses that I really like, the jacket had a shawl or a rolled collar, and it just really scared me. And so I don't think I'm going with that one, but go check out the shorts. I will link them because I showed a bunch of different options that I'm thinking for dresses to go underneath this cape, and I would love your opinions because I really genuinely have no idea. So I shared one of my sewing fears, which are collars. If you've been here a while, you know that shawl collars, rolled collars, any type of collars definitely scare me. I'm very hit or miss with them. Sometimes I get it, and sometimes I just don't. So since I shared one of my sewing fears, share with me one of your sewing or crafting fears, one of the techniques that intimidate you the most, or that you're afraid to attempt, or that you do attempt but don't come out right. I would love to hear it. It just makes me feel better about my own failures. So please share in the comments. I love engaging with you guys. I really do. And thanks for all the support you've been showing on my shorts. I do miss the long form videos. Let me know if you do too, because if you do, I will make more. If you don't mind the shorts, we'll stick to that. I think I'm going to head back out to Joann Fabrics today to possibly pick up some more of this brocade. And I'm definitely going to need some more of the red because I used a lot more than I thought I was going to use. I'll show you why in a little bit. But ever since I made that gray suit with the cape last year, I'll link that video too, I have been in love with capes. So that's why I chose this. I said, why do a jacket when you can do a cape and it's just extra special? So pretty excited for this. I'm also excited to be seeing Serena again, especially so soon after our last trip. If you guys follow along with the shorts, and she put out a video of our trip to the orchestra. That was so wonderful. We had such a good time. I wish I had filmed more, but if I can be honest and say, when we get together, we are cutting up and really just being friends, and we kind of forget that we're YouTubers and are supposed to be filming content, and so we don't get as much as we like. For this Valentine's Day event, I promise I'm gonna get more footage because I definitely want to share it with you all, mainly because it's Galentine's Day and what that stands for. Galentine's Day is essentially ladies celebrating ladies, and I absolutely love that. I tried to do some research to see how far back Galentine's Day goes, and I'm sure it was probably around before 2010, which is what the internet says, in some form or fashion. But the official Galentine's Day comes from 2010, the show called Park and Recreation. So it was about, the episode was titled Galentine's Day, and it's where Leslie gathers all her best friends for a breakfast. They had waffles and grits and just really spent time together. And the words ladies celebrating ladies, it resonated with women everywhere. They love the notion of a day dedicated to the power of female friendship, free from the pressures of romantic relationships. And I just absolutely love that. Like, I already know Serena knows what kind of gift to get me, probably more so than my husband does. And I cannot wait to give her her gift as well. Love is love. It doesn't have to just be romantic. Platonic love and friendship are very valuable and very important. And so let me know if you have Valentine's Day plans. Is it something you celebrate with your friends? Is it something you had heard of or that you do, or maybe that you will implement moving forward? I would love to hear about it. So you have seen me breeze through the making of this because it really is that simple. And that's why I do recommend capes. It was the front, the back, the collar, and this one does have a tie, but they're fairly simple. And so this collar is easier to get on. Those dots I showed you, they wanted you to stitch between them. In the end, it's going to be a space between the lining and the fashion fabric on the outside and the collar that allows for the tie to come through. And so at the time, I didn't understand exactly how that was supposed to work, but I ended up figuring it out. And so here I am now pinning the lining to the cape, and it's made exactly the same way. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. And so the only reason why I didn't finish it yesterday was because I wasn't paying attention, had my iron turned up too high, and I burned the lining fabric. And so it needed to be recut and all of the things. And I was just a tad bit frustrated. So I was just like, when I start making those kind of mistakes, that's when I know it's time to stop sewing. Like, do you have a red flag that lets you know, okay, you're tired, it's time to stop doing this thing, whatever that thing is you're doing? Well, that's what happened. And so that's how I ended up going through more red fabric than I thought that I would. And then also with the tie, I ended up using more fabric than I thought I would. So probably gonna have to go back to Joann fabrics while I still can, but here I am getting all of that sewn together. And what you do is leave a little opening at the bottom, well, big enough to be able to turn it. And of course, I don't have a serger, so I'm doing everything with pinking shears. So I trim down the seams and then I'm able to turn it to the right side. And this is me trying to get that tie through here. I couldn't figure it out. At first, I thought I should be going under the bottom, that opening that you use to turn it out. But really, they want you to basically thread it through the neckline of the cape. And so I didn't get that at first, but I eventually did get it. But what I did not like was this tie. They had you just cut it out and then narrow hem the edges. I did check with Serena. She said it probably would have been better if I had of roll hemmed it, but I ended up just like not liking the way it looked at all. So I decided to scrap this tie. I looked at it without the tie to see if I liked it or if maybe I wanted to do buttons or something like that. But my other cape has buttons and this shape does, I think, suit the tie much better. So what I decided to do was cut out the fashion fabric and some more of the red. That's how I'm running so low on red, and face it. So that way there's no edges showing. And I really, really liked how that turned out so much better. So that's what I did and ended up using a lot more of the red fabric than I thought I would because you have to cut it on the cross grain so it has a little bit of stretch and give to it to be able to tie. So I got those two pieces cut out. Well, what I did was after I cut the first one, I pinned it to the fabric for the second one, and that made it easy to just cut out and head straight to the sewing machine. And then I did the same thing as with the cape where you leave a little opening to be able to turn it and then slip stitch it down where the stitches aren't visible. And I love this tie so much more. You are going to have to tell me what you think of the cape. You're going to have to tell me what you think I should put under it. Should we do like a full skirt, full skirted dress, a slim skirt? I don't even know. I have no idea what should be going on under here, but I do think it's actually very, very beautiful. I do think that this is a piece that I will have for a very long time, and I can see me making plenty more of them. Some more casual, longer. I mean, a cape is awesome, right? See, no stitches shown. So please give this channel, this video, some support by leaving a comment, giving it a like, sharing it with someone you would like to spend Valentine's Day with or that you think would enjoy. Let me know what you think of the cape, any suggestions you have for what might go under it, and tell me, did I make the right decision facing this? I'll see you in the next one that's soon and sure to come.